We got knocked offline here. Successfully reconnected. Mayday, mayday. We got hit with an IED there on the left flank. Something blew up on us here and we got knocked offline. But that's all good. This will be the second video out there. It's all good here. Shout out to Cliff Martin. He said that he nibbled on some Cardano to add to the stack out there. And we got some Cardano speculators here. Cardano being the first scientifically peer-reviewed third-generation blockchain out there. And a lot of boomers are expecting for it to kaboom. So we send our positive energy. Sorian says, yo, champ. Yeah, looks like we got hit with a rogue grenade out here. They knocked us offline here for a moment, Sorian. But, you know, we can't stop, won't stop. And we'll continue with the positive crypto energy worldwide. I know that the stream is coming in choppy. You know they don't want us to win out there, but they can't stop it. Shout out to Revolutionist. Yo, champ. We were just talking about Cardano. Cliff Martin nibbled on some of the Cardano stack earlier out there. So there's bullish news for Cardano, says Bronson. We spoke about some of those new smart contract tools that they released yesterday, Plutus and others. So check out that live stream that we did yesterday. And Lazor is in the building out there. If you're just tuning in, this is the second video that has been uploaded because we just got knocked off the live stream that we were on prior to this one. Looks like we got hit with another IED. I don't know what's going on because my live stream health here is signaling green. And it's all good. The voice continues to deliver out there. Let's go ahead and check out the coin market caps before we talk about why we still crypto in more out there. The market's down 85+% and more for most of the coins. Some of the coins have been liquidated 95%. And we'll be talking about why we still crypt walk during this Arctic cryptocurrency blast. Cliff Martin says 12 days of Christmas on Coinbase Cardano listing. Hey, you know, it may be true. You know, Cardano has been one of the coins that we have expected to be listed on Coinbase along with others. And let's see if that actually happens. We have no insider information, but we're hoping so. Shout out to Cliff out there. Coin market cap currently at $111 billion, sustaining above $100 million. $100 billion, excuse me, 111 billion currently right now, and it's sustaining. It looks like hasn't dipped, dive, and slide. Some of the boomers have speculated and saying that the market cap may go down below 100 billion. Some are saying as low as 75, but it's nice to see things sustaining above that $100 billion range. Bitcoin dominance has decreased slightly from 55 and change now to 54.9%, which is a good sign. We got most of the coins today in the green. Bitcoin at $3,514, up 3%. Ripple's up as well. You know I don't like Ripple. Smells like central banking, and that's not the reason why we crypto. In fact, I don't believe Ripple to be a crypto at all. It's more like a glorified blockchain. Ethereum gaining some weight today, up almost 4%, back at $91. Stellar up 2% at 11 cents. Tether there at 101. EOS performing like a strong man today here in the top 10, up 10.4%, back over $2. I like that. EOS, what I like to call Ethereum on steroids. It's looking good today, although there's some critiques there with EOS. I like EOS, so let's see where it goes. Bitcoin Cash up as well at 103. Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, which seems like a centralized coin if you ask me. It looks like only 4 or 5 nodes are controlling most of the mining out there. If I'm not mistaken, it's currently at $90. Litecoin, let there be light. We need more vitamin D. Let the crypto valley be exposed to more sunshine out there. Let there be light indeed. $25 for Litecoin. This one's been a tough hold for Champagne, but most of the boomers believe in Litecoin, and so do I for the long gun. Tron has been performing all right as well. It's at the top. It's number 10 coin. They're at 1 cent, up 2.4. And then Cardano, holding the line there at 3 cents, up 6% is today, which is doing well. Monero, $44. Binance at $5. Bronson's asking, any thoughts on privacy coin this morning, champ? Yes, I believe the privacy coins are one of the blockchain industries that I expect to kaboom for 2019 and beyond. I have a video down below, 5 industries that I expect to move up or that I'm looking at. It's my personal opinion. You can check that video down below, and we'll be talking talking about U.S. government's trying to crack down on Monero and Zcash out there. We're going to be talking about that today. The nipple is not a digital currency, not a crypto. I agree, Bronson. It's more like a glorified database. Bcash is dead to Cliff out there. He says he has faith in the lights. I like Bcash. I like the revolutionary attitude, but after it forked and this whole quarrel kind of put me off, I'll be honest with you. Revolutionist says he's got another 15,000 Cardano. Revolutionist, one of the top Cardano holders worldwide, the Cardano general, ready to buy a castle if Cardano kabooms out there. And hopefully he'll invite us for that Cardano party out there. Shout out to Revolutionist. Cliff Martin says kaboom to you, Revolutionist. Indeed. So let's talk about some bullish news. Mike Novogratz over there. I have this article linked down below there on Zero Hedge. Mike Novogratz explains why he's still all in on crypto. If you don't know who Mike Novogratz, he's a Wall Street investor that's been bullish on the bits for quite some time. You know, I'm not trusting of the financial legacy suits that are involved in the banking system. And when they talk about crypto, I usually ignore it. But Mike himself has been booming on the crypto train. You hear that? All aboard. He's been booming on that train for a while. So, you know, I like his stance. You could see here what he said. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the quotes that he said. This is an interview, and I'm quoting this from Zero Hedge. You can check out that whole entire article down below. He's the interviewer said, "You told me 3 months ago before Bitcoin peaked that crypto was going to be the biggest bubble of our lifetime. Do you think it was going to be the worst bear market in modern history?" Mike says, "It's a fair question. We thought it was a bear market. I went into it thinking in the long run, crypto is going to be a real structural shift in the world, and I can just hedge my portfolio. And to be fair, we did a really great job at not losing money the first 60% down. What you forget is that a market like Bitcoin that's down 84% has dropped 60% and another 60%. That's where the pain happens. You start buying Ether again because it's only $400 after being $1,300, but then it drops to $100 and you lost 75%. Many in the crypto community on Reddit and elsewhere treat it almost like a religion, says this interviewer coming from Wall Street. How are you different? He says, Mike says, well, I believe in the underlying technology and believe in crypto movement. When prices get stupid, he sells. A lot of my friends in crypto just couldn't let go. Okay. And as far as the ICOs, he says the ICO market is pretty much dead right now. Okay. Let's see why here. Back when Bitcoin was on its way to 20,000, there was a sense of inevitability about crypto. Is there still that sense? He says that was a drug. I don't say that lightly. When you in the speculative mania, testosterone is boiling over. There's a lot of greed. The audience is more sober now. The drug is gone. If anything, we're on the right side at the stage where the pessimism and the fear and the, oh my God, it's going to zero. But it's not going to zero. We're just at the methadone clinic. So hopefully we can go ahead and rehabilitate the entire crypto market and we can see some blue skies out there. So he's still in. And so are the boomers here, a few good men. So you know, let's see where all this heads to in the mid to long term. And let's see that. I have another article linked down below. Time for DEX. Decentralized exchanges gain prominence in 2018. This is out of Crypto Potato. Now, you know, I'm attracted to the decentralized exchanges, and along with the privacy coins, it's another sector that I expect to kaboom in the mid to long term. You can check the video that I have linked down below, top 5 blockchain industries that I expect to boom. It's linked down below. Let's talk about this as well. I lost my place, but DEX users growth leads more to liquidity and then embracing decentralization. Many decentralized crypto exchanges have not been successful because they're a hybrid, as stated by Joseph Young. The exchange has to be completely decentralized, uncensorable, or centralized in between doesn't have many merits. A decentralized exchange doing KYC kind of destroys the point. So we have some DEX that they mentioned, the DEX being the decentralized exchange, things like 0x Token, Kyber Network, and Bancor. And you could see that the number of trades on decentralized exchanges per month has increased very much since about June 2018. And, as more and more government crackdowns and regulations seem to occur, I believe that the decentralized exchanges are where the future is at. We just need a little bit more liquidity, more people using them. And I invite you guys to check out this article to learn more about the DEX, and check out the video I have linked down below as far as decentralized exchanges. Good morning, champ, says Queens. Went to buy some silver and gold, and a lot is being bought up. Made things sold out on AppMex. We're going to be talking about precious metals and gold and how their prices were and have been suppressed in the past, and how that relates to Bitcoin in this next article. Litecoin is good. God ate more today. All right. That's great. Shout out to Queens. Silver is a boom, says Bronson. And that's what most of the boomers have been saying there, Bronson. Although one boomer said that they expected to go down to 9 before it goes back up. I think the price has been suppressed for a while now. Hopefully that makes a turn for the positive. Bronson says, nice to see other Litecoin bulls out there. Indeed. I mean, I got a little baggy myself out there, Bronson, although it's been a pretty stinky hold, to tell you the truth, ever since the all-time high there of over 300. When Charlie Lee dumped the bag, we should have dumped it as well. But here we are holding strong. Hopefully things take a turn for the better. Rafterman is loving Litecoin at 25. Shout out to Rafterman. Revolutionist says, Mark, I only put around 380 pounds on it today. Shout out to Revolutionist. Always buying Cardano. He's not playing games out there. And Queen says, Bronson, he'll never stop buying Litecoin. I'll tell you, Litecoin seems to be a coin that people believe in. Although, it's not performed very well. But, it has been in the game longer than many altcoins, and it's kind of stayed there in the top 10. So, it's something you may want to consider. Good morning to Currency, one of the crypto maniac YouTubers. Let me drop a bomb for you, Currency. Currency's still out there moving and shaking, even during this crypto Arctic blast out there. Make sure you check out his channel. He's one of the few good men that still remain out here. Bronson got in at about 45 or 60. I think you're talking about the Litecoins out there. Let's talk about the Bitcoin futures. This article seems to coincide with what we've been talking about here as far as Bitcoin futures. This article here on Crypto Daily, also linked down below by Crypto IQ, titled CME Bitcoin Futures Are Poisoning Crypto. Okay. And I believe that. And for all you crypto maniacs or so-called crypto maniacs that say you're shorting the bits, I think that if you're shorting the bits out there, you might be poisoning crypto as well. Check out this article to learn more. Bitcoin is supposed to have a maximum supply of 21 million Bitcoins. And this is true for all actual Bitcoins. But the printing of paper Bitcoins on the CME, which is the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, is inflating the supply of tradable Bitcoins beyond what is actually in circulation. CME via COMEX is doing the same thing to the gold market and arguably to the silver market. Tremendous amounts of paper gold are being printed on COMEX as well as the London OTC, leaving gold prices hopelessly suppressed, even though they should be rising as flat inflation increases. Guys, this is another reason that we need to stop paying attention to these financial fraud institutions, in my opinion, and we should go back to sound monetary policy, coins and currency that's actually backed by a commodity or proof of work or proof of stake on a blockchain. Okay, so, these paper coins out there are funny bunny. Why we crypto is so that we can get away from this garbage. So don't be one of those so-called boomers that is poisoning the cryptocurrency market by shorting the bits out there. Paper BTC is manipulation and fraud, says the Revolutionist. Indeed, I agree with you. Okay, the real danger comes from the fact that paper gold markets are setting the global price of physical gold. Obviously, the price of paper gold is far lower than what gold should be, since there is so much more paper gold than actual gold. And this is happening also now with the bits. plans for the NASDAQ to list the bits and possible futures of the Bitcoins are being talked about, and some are speculating that that may happen Q1. This is not a good thing in my opinion. And if you guys haven't noticed, as soon as they introduced the futures back in December, the next month, the whole price tanked. And that's arguably because this is increasing the circulating supply. It's basically printing up paper Bitcoins, guys. Do you want paper Bitcoins? They're funny bunny. The true Bitcoin is the one that's in your wallet, the one that you control the private keys to out there. D-Rock says, just got the notification. Good morning to everyone. Shout out to D-Rock. Good morning to you as well. Rafterman says, futures along with worse derivative BTC is killing Bitcoin. Get your BTCs off the exchanges. This is monetary advice by Grafterman out there. I wouldn't say advice. I could call it more of an opinion out there. We're not advisors, but I hear you, Rafterman. Get your Bitcoin off the exchanges and make sure you're controlling the private keys. Forget about these paper Bitcoins out there, guys. It's funny bunny. It's not real out there. Cliff Martin says not many Litecoin can be on the market if 60% are in possession of one entity. Figure 30% are in wallets, 10% circulating. That's 6 million possibly floating on exchanges. You got a point there. CryptoZilla says we can't keep them from trading, but it's why there has been a push by the other side to have BTC-backed ETFs to counter the futures. And those BTC-backed ETFs to counter the futures, I like that because those ETFs, apparently you need to have physical Bitcoin backing those ETFs, the real deal, not the funny paper Bitcoin. So I like that. Queen's Racist says, I got in Litecoin at 50 last year and sold at an all-time high. So when I saw it at 22 a couple days ago, he picked up a lot. Shout out to Queen, still bullish on the Litecoins. Guys, check out this article link down below. CME Bitcoin futures are poisoning crypto. Don't be one of those that values your wealth in fiat paper currency out there. If you're a long-term crypto maniac, you should be valuing your wealth in Bitcoin, in my personal opinion. It's not about stacking paper fiat. It's about stacking more bits, and more kabooms. Drop some bits off the ceiling outfit for y'all crypto maniacs. 25 watching here in the population of the chat box. Drop a comment here below. Let me know which side of the globe you're booming from. I want to know and shout you out. Shout out your city, your town, your crypto flag, and your crypto altcoin or whatever you want me to shout out. Go ahead and drop a comment out there. CryptoZilla says we can't keep them from trading, but it's why there has been a push on the other side. We talked about that. Queens says I got in a Litecoin at 50 last year. We talked about that. And Queen says, thank you, champ, for all the good vibes out there. He's dropped $3 here in the population of the chat box. Thank you, Queens. I appreciate you and your good vibes out there. And I'll continue to shout you and your channel out, your racing cars out there. Although I'm not a speed racer, I can see how some are attracted to that. So shout out to you and your Civic out there. Hopefully you're winning. We only want winners here in the population of the chat box. Shout out to Revolutionist from England, UK, booming out there. The Cardano General waving his flag, Revolutionist. I appreciate you. Always showing love out there. High-ranking official. D-Rock at Enola, New Orleans out there. Shout out to D-Rock. Always here in the population of the chat box. Kaboom to you. Mark D says, still need fiat to live right now. Indeed. So, we all still need fiat to live right now, but we're looking for the long gun. And that's why we still crypto, because we believe in an alternative way. And we believe that this could be or is the future out there, Mark D. Shout out to you. Guys out there, drop a comment out there and let me know what part of the globe you're booming from so that I can shout you out. And then finally, I think Bronson was asking about what I thought about privacy coins. And, I like privacy coins out there. I think privacy coins are going to have more value and they're going to be more in demand as these governments try to take over almost everything. They're losing their grip out there, guys. They're losing their grip out there. And I'll tell you that, the fact that Bitcoin went from just pennies on the dollar to $20,000 in a span of less than 10 years should be more than evidence to let you know out there that there is an alternative that could kaboom for the long run. Will the U.S. government crack Monero or Zcash privacy features? ? They're launching a competition to find out. So they're scrambling out there, guys. They are scrambling. And why would they even care about tracking your transactions? Okay, they want to say it's to protect the populace, but in fact, in my opinion, is so they can continue to tax, and take more from the little guys and the small fries out there, guys. Taxation, in my opinion, is theft. Take it out. And in my opinion, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, the income tax was only supposed to be for a short period of time. And most, if not all, the income taxes is used to pay the interest on the bank loans that are giving to the populace out there. So it's only paying off interest. Income tax is not really building streets out there. It's not building the schools. That is built by property taxes, if I'm not mistaken. So if you ask me, take off these income taxes immediately. And there is no reason for the government to be trying to crack Monero or Zcash or any other privacy features. I invite you to check out the crypto manifesto, the crypto ethos video that we have linked down below. It's about privacy, not about secrecy. We have the right to privacy, and I believe that taxation is theft out there. Revolutionist says, if Cardano hits the moon, I plan on transferring half of my 4% staking rewards per year into gold and silver. Shout out to Revolutionists. I do not disagree with you out there. Shout out to my metalheads. Gold, silver, true stores of value, true currency, if you ask me. The only true one next to the bits and proof of work and proof of stake blockchains. The man has us under his pimp hand, says Mark D. And some of the normies believe that, and some of those that believe that are the same people that were calling Bitcoin a fraud when it first came out. Okay, but this thing won't stop and can't stop, and we believe that we can shake the man out there. Look what's happening in France. The government is actually giving into some of the demands of the people. So if the people rise up and they present some alternative frequencies out there, you could be surprised of what actually can happen. You just got to be a believer out there, Mark. The big bad wolf is not as big and bad as you may believe him to be. He's just the Wizard of Oz. Once Toto went ahead and pulled back the curtain, it's just a little funny bunny out there throwing smoke holograms. I invite you to check out the hidden symbolisms of the Wizard of Oz down below. I have a good video that you may want to check out. Pepe El Toro says, you hear about the state of Chicago taxing gamers. No, I haven't, Pepe. I have not checked that out. I will if I can after the broadcast. CryptoZilla said, it's the fiat to live on that's putting the market in distress, because this is in line most are at in crypto right now. The rich are pinching all they can to clear the field, blood in the streets. Indeed, and that's why they're going to launch a competition to see if they can crack Monero and Zcash, because they're losing their grip out there. They're losing their grip out there. The fact that Bitcoin hasn't gone away and its bubble has bust about 4 times out there and dropped 80% from its all-time high and then rose back again should be proof to you that there's something there that the governments can't seem to get a grip on. Okay, this is a first-time thing, and let that be evidence for you guys. Josel says, "Saludos de Chile." Shout out to Chile. Let me drop a bomb for you out there, Josel. Welcome to the population out there. Good morning to Original Copy. What's up, Original Copy? I see you. Rafterman says, "WTF, Americans? We allowing the French to out freedom call us out there." And that's what it seems like out there. The French were one of the first out there to completely hang the king for acting funny bunny. So shout out to the yellow jackets out there that are making demands out there. They've had it. They've had it out there. Shout out to Rafterman, Original Copy, Josel, CryptoZilla, Pepe El Toro, Mark D, Revolutionist, Cliff Martin, and the rest of the boomer. Cliff Martin out of Niagara Falls, Canada. Kaboom. Let me drop a bomb for you as well. Shout out to Derek McLean. I see you. Let me throw a sniper for you. Gang's in the house. I see all the boomers worldwide. We've been talking about why we still crip walk, and it's because it's an alternative to the funny bunny system that has arguably been enslaving so many for so long out there. There are alternative frequencies, and the fact that Bitcoin hasn't gone away. In fact, Bitcoin continues to rise against the US dollar out there. It's counter inflation, guys. You would have bought a Bitcoin 10 years ago, held it, or just held the dollar. You tell me which one you rather hold for the long gun out there. You want to hold the dollars or you want to hold the bits? Which side are you on? Champ, Chicago starting a fuel tax just like Paris. We need a riot, says Derek. I don't know about that, Derek. Someone was just talking about, or was it you? Someone was just questioning the gamer tax or something. I don't know anything about it. Shout out to the downer in Niagara. Mark D says, what's your thoughts on mining these days, says Pepe El Toro. Well, some of the cloud mining services like Genesis that we were into in the past have completely shut down the contracts or whatnot. They said that they're unprofitable. So I haven't been following those at all. And to tell you the truth, I haven't been into actual physical mining, so I just don't know. I'm sure that, there's got to be some coins that are worth mining, and perhaps this is the time to get in when everybody is scared. They say to, buy when people are scared, to be greedy when there's fear. So let's see. I just don't know. I'm not a miner, so I couldn't give you a good opinion out there. Rafter Man, keep up the fire, guys. Let me drop a bomb for Rafter Man. Another $2. Rafter Man, always showing love. Let me drop a little cash off the ceiling for Rafter Man. Thank you, Rafter Man. Always catching my back out there. The super chat is open, guys. If you want to show love to Champagne, continue to support the Crypto Kaboom and Baby Champs Formula Fund so we can keep the young boomer strong. Drop a super chat. Do you have 2 on it? Do you have 20 on it? Do you have 200 on it? Or do you have a positive comment? Drop it there in the population of the chat box. Revolutionist says, Pepe, I think it's best to invest directly into coins. Just my opinion out there. That's a good way to put it. Most, if not some of the miners out there, when they mine, they go ahead and buy coins with it. They buy, let's say if they're mining a little coin, they usually buy more Bitcoin or their favorite altcoin. So maybe you're right, Revolutionist. Instead of going through all that hassle, you may just want to go ahead and buy the coin that you're into. Again, I don't know. I'm not a miner, so I haven't done the mathematics out there. And I know there's websites, and I'm kind of going blank right now, that show you the current profitability of mining a coin out there. So if someone can go ahead and drop that name of the website. I think there's a few of them, but I'm going blank. But there is websites that track that data if you're so interested. 28 crypto maniacs here in the population of the chat box. We've been streaming for 26 minutes. Hello, my crypto brothers. Better days to come, says Double X. Shout out to Double X, another sniper out there. Boom. I see you, Double X. Welcome back to the population of the chat box. Queen says, Champ, the only reason I like Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Neon is because the wallets are so easy to use from the Nano S. You're talking about Neo, right? Yeah, I still got a little baggie of Neo out there. Neo's kind of been silent, and it's under share prices, but I like it. And the Neon wallet is sexy. I don't use the Nano S as of late, but I have used the Neon wallet, and that one's easy to use. Bitcoin and Litecoin is also easy to use, if you ask me. So I agree with you out there, Queens. Those are all coins that I personally am attracted to. Revolutionist, he used to mine. He sold his 3 Z9 minis and dropped that 2K pounds onto Cardano. We know about that. Revolutionist, he dumped the mining and he went straight to buying the coin. And, take it from him. He was a miner, so I don't have that experience. So maybe you want to ask Revolutionists about it. Pepe El Toro says that's why they're building AGI. That's why they start riots. I don't know what AGI is. Maybe you can go ahead and enlighten us out there. Thank you, Pepe. If you're just tuning in, it's the voice of the blockchain here. Your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. We've been separating the men from the mice here, the pits from the poodles, the victors from the victims out here daily. Only a few good men remain. We're still crip walking worldwide. Shout out to my crip walkers. We believe in this alternative frequency out there. We believe that although the governments out there, the central banks may have a stronghold on things right now, there could be better days to come out there. We are believers on the alternative frequency here. We're not defeated, and we do not believe that the Wizard of Oz is big of a bad wolf as some of those NPCs think he is out there. Artificial general intelligence, says Pepe. That's why they're building artificial general intelligence. That's why they start riots. I'm not following that, but okay. Queen's Racist says, but I hate using XLM with the Stellar Viewer wallet, so I just leave the 3K XLM sitting there out there. Hopefully you're not leaving it on the exchanges. We said it before. Don't leave things on the exchanges. That itself may be poisonous to crypto as well. I mean, every boomer should be controlling their own value, being their own bank. That's how we step away from the middleman out there. So I don't know anything about the Stellar wallets or how it works, but you may want to check that out. And Revolutionist says XLM might boom. Well, XLM has been moving up on the charts out there. You know, I'm kind of weary about XLM, although I haven't trashed it. But now it's the number 4 coin. Stellar has been creeping up. Stellar Lumens, it's built by the same gentleman that built Ripple, and that being that it's, you know, related by blood to the Rips, I've been kind of weary about it. But my understanding is that it's more decentralized than Ripple is. Correct me if I'm wrong. Checking out the markets here, you can see that Waves, Augur, Tezos, Bitcoin Private, EOS, and Binance are boomers today. Chainlink as well. Everything is mostly in the green. The losers today are Wax, which is a good, I can't say it's a good token, but I know it's relating to the gaming industry, and that's another industry I'm into. And that one's down a lot at 7%. Pivx is down as well. But it seems like the majority of the coins are doing okay. They seems like the majority of the coins are doing okay. Pepe is thinking of getting into day trading. And shout out to you. It's not something I'm interested in, but I know that there's some that win doing the day trading, so I'm not mad at you, Pepe. And if you do get into it, keep us updated on your progress. I would like to hear about that. Queen says, nah, it's just a wallet and you connect to the Nano S to it. Talking about the Stellar. Okay. I didn't know. I don't know about the Stellar wallet or how that works because I don't hold any Stellar, but you know, like Revolutionist says, it might just boom. So, you know, I'm giving it a pass out here, and I keep an eye on it because apparently they have some sort of partnership with IBM, if I'm not mistaken. And perhaps it might boom, like Revolutionist said. All right, guys, we've been streaming for about 30 minutes. We're still crip walking because it's an alternative frequency to what we believe is a funny bunny fraud system that has controlled so many for a long time now. And after the 2008 crisis, my little cousin, Satoshi Nakamoto, introduced the bits. And if you don't remember, he tweeted about the bank bailouts during he wrote about the bank bailouts in the Genesis block out there. And let Bitcoin show you guys that there is an alternative frequency out there, a decentralized method of storing wealth. And I don't think that we need these middlemen any longer out there. It's only a moment of time before the NPCs start to wake up, and it's up to boomers like ourselves to keep spreading the good crypto word and keep believing out there, boomers. Pepe says, thinking of getting into day trading. Stellar Looming's doing business on Saudi Arabia, and there's building $1 trillion smart city run by AGI. Oh, okay. I didn't know about that. Thanks for letting me know. Josel says, the problem is that nobody uses the coins. We all hope that the BTC makes us millionaire. Then what is its function? We have all lost a lot of money either holding or going into Pages scam. And you know, it's true. I mean, the price has gone down, and we would like to see it used more. But right now, Bitcoin stands at the middle between fiat and all the other altcoins. And, you know, we're here spreading the vision every single day. And, you know, if you're still questioning whether Bitcoin is going to survive after it rose from just pennies in the dollars, I don't know what else to tell you out there, Josel. Now, when it comes to some of the other altcoins, and the majority of them, I believe they're going to fail. So, you know, we just got to separate the boomers from the doomers, and I believe that Bitcoin is a boomer. Queen says, honestly, if you got in early, you haven't lost money. And there you go, Queens. You hit it right there on the head. The thing is, a lot of the normies, they got in just last year. It's a little bit too late. You know, some of them after it hit 10,000, a lot of the normies jumped in, and now they want to complain out there. But they don't know the history of the bits, and they don't know that the bits have boomed and bust about 4 times, over 80% from their all-time high, and then they rise again from the ashes like a phoenix out there. So, you know, if you're not a believer, you know, too bad for you. But we're here. A few good men remain out there, Josel. Champ, I have a feeling the next recession is going to cause the student loan bubble to pop in the USA. It's going to be bad with everyone defaulting on their loans. And, you know, you may have a point out there. The student loan bubble is one of the bigger bubbles out there. Let's see what that, what's going to happen with that, because there's, if I'm not mistaken, the average graduate out there is graduating college with about $30,000 in student loans. And if they're not getting the right jobs to pay that back, it looks like this bubble may burst sooner than later out there. Just wait and let's see if there's another financial crisis. I think that will actually positively impact crypto. It's going to start, could force people to think of alternatives like they did back in 2008. Pepe believes it's still a good time to get into crypto once mainstream, then it's a sign. Stellar's doing meetings in Saudi Arabia, says Pepe El Toro, in response to Derek McLean. All right, guys, I'll take a few more comments and questions. I want to keep these broadcasts to more about 30 minutes. Yesterday, we went over almost an hour. The energy was good. And we'll be here every morning. We'll be here every morning during this Arctic winter blast, giving you that Bitcoin winter coverage out here. Now, as far as, considering how bullish we are for the long term, I do want to let you guys know that it's still a strong possibility that the price of Bitcoin could go even lower out there. I think that we haven't pulled out of this storm just yet. But for the long run, when things go closer to about 2020 and the next Bitcoin halving, I think that's going to positively impact the price of Bitcoin. Let me repeat that this is just my personal opinion. I'm not a crypto pro, and neither are the boomers here in the population of the chat box out there. So it's up to you to make your own decision. Derek McLean says he has $30K of student loan debt. He pays $1,750 a month so I can be paid off in 2 years. There you go. So, that goes along with what I've heard, that the average student has about a $30,000 loan. Some more, some less, but that seems to be the average. And Derek McLean saying that's what he has. So, hopefully you could pay it off sooner than later out there, Derek. We don't want to be in debt to anybody out there. Shout out to you. Queen says Stellar is supposed to launch an exchange this month, but I haven't heard anything. They want to make an exchange from fiat to XLM, and XLM is going to be the medium. Okay. Stellar's been performing well. CryptoZilla says higher education, as it's called, has become not only a teaching method to make you obedient worker, but indebted to the system with loans that take years to pay off. Indeed, they keep you working like that on a normie, wagey job so that you can pay things off. I believe that the university system needs to change, or if not, it's going to be replaced by other things. People can find all the education they need for free online. Okay. This is an unprecedented time in history. We've never had so much information at the tip of our hands. These alternative frequencies are starting to surface more and more are starting to become enlightened and awakened to the funny bunny fraud that the Wizard of Oz is. Don't be the Tin Man. Okay. Don't be the cowardly lion out there. Don't be the straw man. Okay. Only in Toto can we go ahead and make it back to Kansas to the sound money out there. Check out the hidden symbolisms of the Wizard of Oz video link down below if you want to learn more. Pepe says, all right, champ, keep grinding. I'm out. Have a great day out there, Pepe. Keep booming. Mike says you can now use Bitcoin, ETH, and Tether on the EOS platform through BetDice Game. I think BetDice is one of the more used dApps there on EOS, if I'm not mistaken. Thanks for letting us know. Derek likes the Stellar project. Queen says, check CoinMarketCap and put XLM. You'll see. XLM's been doing pretty well. It has been doing well. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it on that. A shout out to all the boomers that showed love. Shout out to Queens. I appreciate you. And the rest of the boomers. Rafter, man, thank you as well. And if you dropped a little super chat there, I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate all you maniacs here dropping positive comments and building. The Crypto Brothers are not going anywhere. A few good men remain. And, this is where you separate the men from the mice and the pits from the poodles, guys. And it looks like we have men here and pit bulls here. Shout out to all the boomers out there. Kaboom to CryptoZilla, Queens Races, Derek McLean, Pepe El Toro, Mike Holmes, and the rest of the boomers. On that note, I'm out. I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. Make sure you turn on the post notifications and bookmark my page, and make sure you take it upon yourself to look out for champagne in the morning, because perhaps maybe the powers that be may not want you listening to champagne. So you're going to have to go out of your way to make sure you tune in to the frequency out there. I'll leave you on that note, guys. Stay booming. Check out the links that we have down below. It's the voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's biggest cousin, your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in.